Welcome back to Tony Talks Vested Up Insight tonight at 9. And Friday was a very beautiful day. I hope that your Friday day, morning, noon, and night was just as good as mine. And we're living for the weekend this weekend. Yes. Enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Enjoy life. Be positive. Think positive. Do positivity at all times. Everything is going to be all right. So I've been hearing on the streets. The tickets now are $6. I love it. I love it. I love it. And as of now, there's no notification that SHEDEUR will even get a chance to be on the field. And I'm okay with that. I'm genuinely and truthfully okay with that for this week. Because I know his time is coming. They just continue to dig themselves into a hole. So, but when SHEDEUR appears on the field, we would just know that that's when God saw fit for him to appear on the field. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But this lets me know that this is not about money at all. Jimmy Haslam probably doesn't even care that the tickets are $6. He's still banking on the return of investment that he's going to recoup when SHEDEUR gets on the field. Now, you know, in the back of his mind, he's probably only going to let this go on a little bit longer. Maybe only one time, because in 2 weeks, Cleveland is back home. And I don't think Jimmy Haslam is going to allow his pockets to get touched one more time by Kevin and Dylan, if you know what I mean. It's only going to go on for so long. And I wasn't playing about that nouveau riche. The only thing that billionaires love besides their own money is new money. So he's not going to let it go on. Now, I think they only have about maybe 3 more home games this year. The Cleveland Browns have the Ravens this Sunday, which is home. Next week, they play the Raiders, which is away. And then after that, they have the 49ers at home. The game after that for December 7th is Titans at home. And then they have the Bears, which is an away game. Then on December the 21st, they have the Buffalo Bills at home. And then they have the Steelers at home. And their last regular season game is Browns away at Bengals. So we're talking about, not counting the game this weekend against the Ravens, the Browns only have 1, 2, 3, 4 games left at home. So this weekend, Jimmy is going to, he's going to take that loss. But Jimmy, being the billionaire that he is, he's not going to take no more loss. Hopefully. Who cares? Who knows? It's Jimmy's team. It's Jimmy's money. I'm not losing nothing. I'm not even losing brain cells anymore. Let him continue to play Dylan Gabriel. But it is what it is. But my point is, it's not about money at this point. It is about power and control. This is what it is. And I'm going to touch on this again the week of Thanksgiving. I'm trying to tell you, I got a lineup for Thanksgiving that's going to be so strong. So while you home enjoying family and enjoying the things that you want to do, if you're riding in your car to go to the next house over, the next state over, if you're going somewhere on vacation just to get away from Thanksgiving, don't you forget about Tony Talks Vested Up, because I got a lineup that you're going to enjoy. They may come after me about that lineup, because I'm hitting all of them. The Cleveland Browns, Jimmy Haslam, the NFL, and it's a couple other topics I'm going to touch about, but I can't publicize that right now. They got to catch me on the back end, if you know what I mean. But, and Russell Wilson, I want to bring up Russell Wilson. I'm so proud of him. After Mike Vick left the NFL force, I gravitated towards Russell Wilson. There was something about him that I just loved about Russell Wilson. The reason I'm bringing Russell Wilson up, the New York Giants traded for Russell Wilson. Okay. But because I think after the third or fourth game, he was benched for Dart Jackson to become QB1. And so, Russell, he's a veteran quarterback. He's just sitting there on the bench. But what upset me is that some news outlets did report that they're surprised that Russell Wilson just didn't leave the game or the NFL. They're actually shocked that Russell Wilson, after quote unquote being demoted to QB2, QB3, however you want to look at it, because Jackson Dart is hurt or injured, that he has declined to leave football. And my question is, why would he do that? I think Russell Wilson is getting paid, what, $10 to $15 million for 1 year with the Giants, and the season is already half over. Why would he walk away from that money? Do you see the audacity of some of these media personnel? It's like if you don't do what they expect for you to do, it's like they come up with some of these narratives that are just so anti-humane. Why would Russell Wilson walk away from the remaining money on his contract when all he has to do is just appear? And I think for QB3 sometimes travel with the team or sometimes they don't, because you have that backup. So let's just say if those conditions allow for Russell Wilson with him being QB3, why would he walk away from money when it means that he can stay home with his family or go visit his family when the team is away? Russell Wilson is just chilling and stacking his paper. So I applaud you, Russell Wilson. Do what you do. Hold on. Russell Wilson is also a Scorpio. No, he just missed the cut because his birthday is November 29th. He almost made it. But he's 36 years old. Russell Wilson has been named a Pro Bowler 9 times, and he helped the Seattle Seahawks win their first ever Super Bowl championship. Come on. He was drafted in 2012, third round, 75th pick overall. Now, another thing I heard about Russell Wilson doing the shedeursanders NFL slide was that Russell Wilson, as you see, he was chosen in the third round, but he beat out all of the other competing quarterbacks doing rookie mini camps or OTAs or team practices. So he actually started the first regular season game as a third round pick, which we thought was going to happen the same thing for Shedeur, even though he was a fifth round pick. Now, it has happened once or twice in the NFL, and we thought Shedeur was going to make history that way. But guess what? Shedeur is still going to be legendary. If shedeursanders did not even play one game in Cleveland, he will be one of the most recognized, well-known player that has never touched the Cleveland football field, even though he's an active player. Some of the things that Shedeur is doing in the community will always trump some of the stats or potential stats that he can get on any field. Let me say that again. Some of the things that Shedeur is doing for the community will always trump any potential stats or stats that he may get as a Cleveland Browns quarterback. He is touching generations. And guess what? That may just be his purpose in Cleveland. Because if he doesn't touch the field this year, he still has won over the hearts and minds of the Cleveland Browns fans and citizens and residents. So even though things don't look the way that you may see that they should be in your eyes, always know that God's purpose is not your purpose. And even though SHEDEUR is not playing at this time, he is still executing God's plan and will. Now, I just said a mouthful, and that didn't come from me. That was downloaded in my spirit as I spoke. As you know, or if you didn't know, my recordings are not taped. It's straight shot, one-time shooters. So, and maybe that's what it is. And I'm definitely not gonna get mad if the Jets come get SHEDEUR at the end of the year or before the next draft. His will, his purpose in Cleveland would have been executed to the maximum level overall because God ordained it. Investors, I'm gonna leave you on that note. Even though things may not look like the way that you think it should be, it still is for divine purpose. So investors, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Amen. Amen. Get your notes, get your drink, and get your vest, because we vested up today. We're gonna go watch some of these Georgia high school football playoff results. And I pray that my team, my local high school team, is going to the next round. All right. See you, investors.